Hello students. Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to discuss few patterns programming. Okay. And especially star patterns programming, printing stars in the patterns. So star patterns programming, I'm going to discuss in this video. So without wasting your and my time, let's start with the star pattern programming. Here we go. You can see on the screen, I have written one pattern. In first row, we have one star. In second row, we have two stars. In third row, three stars, and so on. Here we have five rows, five lines are here. Okay. So in case of pattern programming, we use nested loop. What do we use? We use nested loop. Okay. And in the nested loop, the outer loop will be repeated as per the number of rows, as per the number of columns, sorry, as per the number of lines. Okay. Here you can see in this pattern, how many lines do we have? In this pattern, we have 5 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 lines. In this pattern, we have how many lines? 5 lines we have. So outer loop should be repeated as per the number of lines in the pattern. Here we have 5 lines, so outer loop should be repeated 5 times. So you can see here I have started the value of I from 1 and going up to 5, means 1 to 5. This outer loop will be repeated 5 times because here in this pattern we have 5 rows or 5 lines. So again, I'm repeating outer loop as per the number of rows in the pattern. Okay. So since here we have 5 rows, so outer loop will be repeated 5 times. 1 to 5 or 5 to 1, anyhow 5 times it should be repeated. Got it? Okay. Now coming to the inner loop. Inner loop is here in each and every pattern. The inner loops are there to print the value of each row. Inner loops are there to print the value of each row. Each row की value print करने के लिए inner loop होता है. Okay. So see, in each row, what are we printing? In first row, we are printing only one star. In second row, we are printing two stars. In third row, we are printing three stars. So through inner loop, see this is the inner loop. Through inner loop, we'll try to print the stars. Okay. So inner loop is used to print the value of each row. This is the common thing. Again, I'm telling you, outer loop is repeated as per the number of lines. How many lines are there? Here we have 5 lines, so outer loop will be repeated 5 times. Anyhow, 1 to 5 or 5 to 1, anyhow 5 times. And inner loops are there to print the value of each row. This is the common thing which we use in each and every pattern. Okay. Now see this inner loop. This inner loop, here we have started from 1 and we are going up to I. Okay. So first time, just think about this. What is the value of I first time? The first time the value of I is what? 1. Okay. So this loop will be started from 1 and will go up to I. Will go up to I. So what is the first value of I? The first value of I is what? 1. So 1 I equal to 1, condition true. Control will go inside the loop. Okay. And this loop will be repeated from 1 to I. And you can see the first value of I is what? 1. So this loop will be repeated from 1 to 1. Means how many times? How many times will this loop repeated? Will be repeated. This loop will be repeated 1 time. From 1 to 1 means how many times? 1 time. So 1 star will be printed. Only 1 star will be printed on the screen. Okay. And since we have written system.out.print, so cursor will remain in the same line. Okay. Then I plus plus, sorry, this loop will be repeated only once. सिर्फ एक बार repeat होगा and 1 star will be printed. Okay. Then control will go outside this inner loop, will reach here, and you know this line is here to just to print the just to change the line. This line is here just to change the line. Nothing will be printed. It will change the line. Cursor will move to the next line because of this print ln function. Okay. So cursor will move to the next line. It will reach here. Then from the closing, I plus plus, now the value of I will be 2. First value of I was 1. Now the value of I is 2. This condition is true. Again, this loop will run from 1. The value of j will start from 1 and will go up to I. What is the value of I this time? The value of I is 2. So this loop will be repeated from 1 to 2. Means how many times? 2 times. This loop will be repeated 2 times. So it will print stars. How many stars? It will print 2 stars in the same line because we have written system.out.print. Okay. Then control will go out after printing 2 stars. After repeating 2 times, the control will go outside this loop and will reach here. And this line will, this system.out.println will change the line, cursor will move to the next line here. Okay. Then I will be what now? 3. Condition true. Control will go inside the loop. Now the value of I is what? 3. So the value, this loop will be repeated from 1 to 3 means 1 to 3 means how many times? 3 times. This loop will be repeated how many times? 3 times. 1 to 3. And so 3 times 3 stars will be printed in the same line without a space. And system.out.print, because of that, line will not be changed. After repeating 3 times, control will go outside this loop, will reach here. And again, I from here, control will go here, I will be what now? 4. Condition true. Now again, the value of j will start from 1 and will go up to I. What is the value of I now? The value of I is what now? 4. Okay. So it will start. This loop will be repeated 4 times. This loop will be repeated how many times? 4 times, and 4 stars in the same line will be printed. Okay. Then after printing 4 stars, control will go outside the loop, will reach here. This will change the line. Cursor will move to the next line. Then from here, control will go back to here. I will be what? 5. Condition true. So condition true. So again, control will go inside the loop and the loop will be repeated from 1 to I. 1 to I. What is the value of I this time? 5. So 1 to 5, 5 times. So 5 stars will be printed in the same line. Okay. And then after printing 5 stars, control will go outside this loop, will reach here. It will change the line. Then I will be 6. This condition is false. Control will go outside the loop. So this is the complete explanation. So now I'm going to discuss about the logic. Just think about this little bit. Thinking capability should be there. The patterns are very easy. See, here we have written the value of I. Okay. So just think about this. How many stars we are going to print in the first row? We are going to print only 1 star. So this loop should be repeated how many times? First time it should be repeated 1 time only to print the 1 star. So that's why I have started the value of I from 1. Okay. Next time, how many stars we need to print? We need to print 2 stars next time. So next time this loop should be repeated how many times? 2 times. So next value of I will be what? 2. As I have explained, you have seen that. So and so on. So the value of I, you will set like this. You will set like this, that first time this loop should be repeated once only. Second time this loop should be repeated 2 times. Then next time it should be repeated 3 times. So the value of I should be set from 1 to 5. 1 to 5. Because of that, first time the value of I will be 1. So this loop will be repeated 1 time. Next time it will be 2. So it will be repeated 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, and so on, which I have shown already. Okay. So this is the logic. You will set the value of I as per this. You will check how many times this loop will be repeated. Okay, this is the logic. Little bit, thoda sa sochna hai. Just think little bit, you'll get the point. Okay, I hope it's clear. Okay, now I'm going to discuss another pattern programming, another star pattern programming. Okay. So here I've written another star pattern on the screen. You can see. This time in this pattern, you can see I'm printing 5 stars in first row, then 4 stars in second row, then 3 stars, then 2 stars, then 1 star. Okay. So here you can see again we have how many lines? 5 lines we have. Okay. So outer loop will be repeated as per the number of rows. Okay, let me show you in the full screen. See here. So first row we are going to print 5 stars, and second row we are going to print 4 stars. So here also we have 5 lines. So as I told, outer loop is repeated as per the number of lines. So here also we have 5 lines. So you can see Here I have repeated the outer loop 5 times from 5 to 1. And why have I taken this 5 to 1? This I'm going to tell you. See, as per the logic, they are using I here. Can you see this? We have in the previous program also we have used I here. Okay. So first time, how many stars should be printed? If the loop will go from 1 to I, so first time, how many stars should be printed? Here, as per the question, how many stars? 5 stars should be printed. Means in the first time, this loop should be repeated 5 times. How many times? This loop should be repeated 5 times. So first value of I should be what? What should be the first value of I? The first value of I should be 5. That's why I've started the value of I from 5. Just think about this. Okay. Since here we are using I, okay, as an end. So first time the value, this in first row, we need to print how many stars? 5 stars. Okay. So this loop should be repeated. The first time this loop should be repeated 5 times. That's why I started the value of I from 5. So first time this loop will be repeated from 1 to I. That is from 1 to 5. So 5 times this loop will be repeated. That's why I have taken the value of I from 5 to 1. In second row, how many stars should be printed? 4 stars. So next time the value of I will be what? 4. So this loop will be repeated 4 times, then 4 stars will be printed. Then next time the value of I will be what? 3. So this loop will be repeated 3 times. 1 to I means 1 to 3. 3 times 3 stars will be printed. Next time the value of I will be 2 because of this minus minus. So next time the loop will be repeated from 1 to I, that is 1 to 2. How many stars? 2 times, then 2 stars will be printed. Then I minus minus, I will be what? 1. Again, this loop will be repeated from 1 to I, that is 1 from 1 to 1. So how many stars? This loop will be repeated 1 time and 1 star will be printed. Okay. Then I plus I minus minus, I will be 0. This condition will be false and control will go outside the loop. Okay. So this is the logic behind this. And why I have set the value 5 from 5 to 1, that I also have told. Because first time we need to print 5 stars. So this loop, inner loop should be repeated. First time this inner loop should be repeated 5 times. So how will it repeat 5 times? If the value of I will be 5 only, then it will be repeated 5 times. That's why I have started the value of I from 5. Okay. And yeah, and let me tell you, if you are writing the loop in reverse order, means in descending order, here you should use greater than. And since it is decrement order, so we use minus minus. First time the value of I will be 5. Next time it will be 4, 3, 2, and 1, so on. So since we are decreasing the value of I, so I minus minus. And please don't forget to use here greater than. In case of increment order, we use less than. Let me show you. Here we are using less than symbol. In case of decrement order, what do we use? We use greater than symbol. And this is not the things to learn. You can think, you can check the condition and go through that. Consider, just think about this. If you're writing, consider we are not writing greater than, if you're writing less than. Consider it. I'm not removing this. Just think about this if you're writing less than. By mistake, if you have written. Just think about this condition. First time the value of I will be 5. And what about this condition? If you are writing less than, this condition will be false. 5 is less than 1, condition is false. So loop will not be repeated for single time. Control will go outside the loop at the first attempt only. Loop repeat in yoga. So better if you are using decrement order, use greater than symbol. Now check if I equal to 5, 5 is greater than 1. This condition will be true. Next time I will be 4. 4 is greater than 1. Condition will be true. So please remember that in case of decrement order, use greater than and minus minus. Okay. And this is not to learn. Ratne wali cheez nahi hai. You can check the condition and you'll get the logic. Okay. I hope the things are clear. And the previous pattern I have repeated. I have explained thoroughly how this loop is going on. So the same thing will happen here. First time the value of I will be 5. So this loop will be repeated from 1 to 5. 5 times 5 stars will be printed. 5 stars in the same row. Then next, this ln will change the line. Then from here, from here, I minus minus, I will be 4. And this condition is true. 4 is greater than 1, condition true. Control will go inside the loop. The loop will be repeated from 1 to I. So 1 to 4 means 4 stars will be printed in the same line, and so on like this. Okay. So that's why, yeah, I think, are you getting this point? Why we have set the value of I from 5 to 1? Because we are using I here, and that should be as per that. So that's why. I hope it is clear. If it is not clear, you can ask through the comment section. Okay. So the things I have already explained in the previous pattern, the changes which were here, I have explained. Okay. If still any doubt, you can ask through the comment section. And whenever you are going to write a program, little bit concentration is required, little bit thinking capability is required. That much you have to think. Just don't write only, don't guess the answer. Whatever writing, just trace it. Go through the, as I'm tracing now the value of I equal to 5, 5 is greater than 1, condition true. Trace it like this. This is called tracing. Trace it and find the result. You will get the result. And if you're not getting proper output, just check what mistake we have done. You will get the mistakes. Okay. So this is the way to print this pattern. I hope the things are clear. Okay. So in this video and this much only, I will come with more star patterns in the next video. So thank you for watching this video. Before this video, I have uploaded few videos of pattern programming. I have already uploaded. Please watch that video and then come back to here. Thank you for watching this video. Till that, bye.